Hello, in this video I will show you how you can create structural part around your equipment. Today we're going to use families that we created before. It will be vertical tank, it will be nozzle family. As you can see, I modified it a bit. I added some tag numbers. And of course, same family that we used before, but what we're going to do, we're going to change nozzles over here. Because as you see, here we used two different types of nozzles or families instead of having only one, as we designed over here. So I'm going to immediately load it to our vertical tank family. I'll just leave it somewhere over here. And we're going to place it in the proper location. We're going to start from changing it to normal angle. So both of them will be under 0 degree. In this exercise, I think I don't need to have another nozzle attached to the nozzle, so I'm going to indicate that I don't want it. And I'm going to change the length to 130, for example. And let's assume this will be suction part towards the pump. So we're going to increase it to the end 200. And this is it over here. Now let's check where is it positioned from the top view. As you can see, it has quite decent location. So for now, let's leave it as it is. And then I'm going to indicate another nozzle or create another nozzle. And to do that, I need to update the reference plane name so I can use it as a reference for this nozzle. You can just try to pick a plane, but it doesn't work. And let me double check the settings that we have over here. First of all, it's always vertical, and second one, work plane based. Okay. So it should be correct in the first way. But some why I cannot select. Yeah, okay, I know why. We need to place another instance because this one was placed from the incompatible reference plane. So I will just do it like that. So yeah, and once you place it from the top view, then you can adjust the reference plane to the correct one. Okay, then we can go back to the front view. We're going to do the same. We're going to change the angle of the nozzle. And the length of the nozzle. And of course, what I also would like to do, I would like to change the orientation of the nozzle. Like that. And let me place it somewhere over here, for example. To understand where the nozzle is located in relation to the center line from the reference level view, you need to change the view range. And here in the view range, you need to ensure that the view range cut plane is at least equal to the height of your equipment. And so, as you can see, once I changed it to 6 meters, it was adjusted either. So let me change it to 200, for example. I'm also going to change the tag number. And 2, for example. and this one, and one. Yeah, as you can see, it seems like some of the parameters, they were not mapped, so that's why it can't be updated in a proper way. Actually, it's weird because here it's mapped. Yeah, here it was not mapped. And now we just need to load it back to all the families that we had. Then first it will be this family, and then we can load this family to nozzle for insertion. And then it can be loaded to our vertical tank family. And as you can see, it was adjusted successfully. Now we have a vertical tank with two nozzles, nozzle N1 and nozzle N2. Now, when we modified the nozzles of the equipment, I'm going to load it to our mechanical project, and I will position on the 0 level. As you can see here, it was already by default defined to 0 level, so I'm just going to put it somewhere over here. And I'm going to change it to architectural plan, because default architectural plan will allow us to select generic models. And I will just update a bit the dimensions of the tank. So for example, let's make it a little bit smaller, for example 3 meters. Yeah, maybe it's not the best idea. Let's leave it this big. It actually it's not that important for now. Shell height is 4 meters. It's okay. And I think we will leave it like that, at least for now. And then we're going to load our second family, also to mechanical project. And I'm going to position it diagonally like that, for example. Yeah, let me put it a little bit closer, otherwise I think it will be way too far. And as you can see, equipment was installed on the same levels, but what I would like to make sure is that this equipment is installed, and then the origin of the equipment also should be. And to do that, again, I need to select architectural, and then I just need to change it to level 2. And basically that's it. Or, you know what? Let's add one more level. So then it will be gravity flow back. Just a second. Build elevation, yes. Now here I'm going to do it like that. And then this one will be level higher. So, and now we're going to build some structure around of it. As I mentioned before, it's not possible to... first let me close some families that I have opened. And this one can also be closed. And for sure this family also can be closed. And as I mentioned before, you cannot load project from the same Revit session. First, you need to close it, and then you can work on it. But before open our architectural model, I will check what size of the building do we currently need. Let me also change the cut plane to ensure that I can see also equipment on the top level. And now I'm going to create axis of the building, or structural grids, or architectural grids, doesn't matter how you will call it. So it will be the first one, it will be second one, and it will be third one. Then, of course, we also need a few more. And I think this is what we need right now. Last but not least, let me check the distance between axes. Let me make it equal to 6 meters everywhere. So then this one I need to move with 500 millimeters. And this one I need to move with 100 millimeters. And this one with 300 millimeters. And now, once we did it, what we can do next, I will change it temporarily back to architectural view, then again to none, and then I will adjust again the view range. I'm going to position equipment directly to the center between the grids. As you can see, we can do it quite easily. This one already in the center. And with this one, it can be a little bit tricky. Okay. Well, technically, we can use one workaround. Otherwise, of course, we can also modify the family itself, but I don't want to do it right now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to ensure that the reference plane I just created in the center of the grid section, and I'm going just to modify it manually like that. Now, when equipment was centralized, I'm going to copy those grids to our architectural project. Then I go to, once I copy it, I go to modify, and then I can paste to the current view, and then it will be positioned on exactly the same location as in case of the previous drawing. So here we have our equipment, and here we will have the remaining part of the building. So now I'm going to close this drawing or this project because we don't need it till the end of this tutorial. So I'm going to close it. And here, what I will do, I will load this family. I will delete all the links that I have. You can do it via the Insert tab, Manage Links. Here you can just remove the one that you cannot find. And then I can just add our mechanical project. I will repeat it because I haven't selected any kind of extra settings. Technically, you can also, depending on your workflow, it also can be region to origin or based on the head coordinates or project-based point to project-based point. Actually, it's not that important in my case right now, so that's why I'm going to use internal origin to origin, because then it will be for sure same location. Now, as you can see, grids appeared. And what we're going to do, we're going to start create our building. First, we need to create columns, of course. To do that, you need to go to Architectural and select Column tool. Be aware of the interface that you have over here. It can be very confusing because you're going to place it immediately and then you will see nothing on the layout, and then you will try to figure out what's going on and why. And actually the reason is very simple, because by default it's installed to that. So once I'm going to place the equipment, it will always go to the ground. But I don't need it, that's why I'm going to change to height. And here I'm going to change it right now to level 2. And I'm going to place the columns. Right now I don't have that many options loaded to the project, so I'm just going to use a few of the default ones. And I will just place those columns. As you can see, interface quite handy. It was immediately snapped to the proper locations. Then what we can do, we can just select all the columns and copy them. And then we can check how it looks like in the 3D model. Yeah, this is how it looks like. Now, with the next step, we are going to modify levels, because as you can see, in our mechanical model, we have different levels established. So I'm going to move this level, then I'm going to create additional one, and I'm going to create another one. Let me have it, I don't know, 8 meters. It will be our roof of the building. And of course, once the roof was indicated, we can also change our columns. To select all the columns, you can right-click the selected column and select all instance visible in view. And then we just need to adjust it to level 4. Easy like that. With the next step, we are going to create beams on every level, and also for the roof. How we can do that? First of all, we need to ensure that we have all the levels created. Here, as we copied existing levels for those floor plans for those levels, they haven't been created, so we need to create it from scratch. You can do it by going to View tab, Plan Views, Floor Plans, and you can create 2 extra views. Here you can see we have our equipment on level 3, level 2, and level 1. Sure, on level 1 we don't want to create the beams, but what we might want to create is the concrete slab. And that's what I'm going to do right now. You can do it from structural or from here from floor. It doesn't matter, at least when you're talking about the schematic indication. To ensure that I see actual shape of the beam or of the column, we need to change the detail level from coarse to fine. And then we can also properly snap needed locations. Now we have concrete slab. With the next step, once we have created slab on this floor, we are going to repeat it for remaining 2 levels. I will just copy this floor. Then we can go to the next view. And on the next view, I'm just going to insert it. Align to current view. And I'm going to create another one. And I will do the same. Align to the current view. And once we're back to our 3D model, we can see that all the slabs were copied. And yeah, basically this is how you can create your floors in Revit. Then we can go to level 2, and I'm going to modify a bit this floor, because for sure we would like to see an opening for this equipment. A little bit bigger than the equipment itself. To do that, as you saw, it can be done quite quickly. To do that, you can just double click on the concrete slab that we have created, select the center line of the equipment, or find the center line of the equipment, then select circle, and it will create opening for you. Okay, now when we have created all the floors we would like to see, we can create beams underneath. To create the beams, we need to navigate to the floor where we would like to create them, and then we need to check what's our thickness of the floor. In this case, floor thickness is 150 millimeters, which means when we create beams, we need to have an offset of 150 millimeters. Justification that should be on top. And we can simply start to draft it. This will be our first beam, second one, and third one. Of course, we would like to create beams over here. And for sure, we need to have beams somehow like that. Then beams over here and over here. Then we'll repeat it for top section. Following same constraints. And of course, here is our beam. And now when we will check it, we will see that I indicated the offset in the wrong direction. It was in positive direction, but of course here it should be negative offset, minus 150. And that's it. Now we're going to repeat the same for the second floor or third floor. What I will do, I will just copy it. What we can do, we can select align to selected level, and then on copy, it will be copied to the selected level. See? Now, to see what's going on this level, we need to change the view range of this floor. To ensure that we can see beams on the floor, we need to change associated levels to negative value, view depth to negative value to minus 300. And of course we need coarse. Something, yeah, good. Yeah, we couldn't see it because there was inappropriate level of details. Perfect. Now, as you can see over here, we just need to shift beams a bit just to ensure that we adjust on the edge with the equipment. And here we can simply copy it. And that's it. This is how you can create quite easily the structure around your equipment. Thank you for watching and see you next time.